Earthquake is one of the natural hazard that we humans were suffering for. Earthquake is the minimal to rapid shaking of the ground due to the movement of rocks along fractures known as faults on Earth's surface. There are so many things that can happen during or after an earthquake. There are surface rupture and physical damage to buildings and other infrastructures, liquefaction, fire, landslides, and tsunami. The Philippines experience a lot of earthquake because it is located in the Circum-Pacific Belt. So now, we will let you see the top list of the strongest hit earthquake here in the Philippines. (1976) Morro Gulf Quake. One of the strongest earthquakes recorded in history had measured magnitude 7.9. It happened on the island of Mindanao and resulted in a tsunami. Around 1,440 died in Region 9, while 1,379 got killed in Region 12. More than 40,000 were left homeless in both regions because of the earthquake. (1968) Kasiguran Earthquake. The earthquake, which had a magnitude of 7.3, killed 270 people, where 261 were killed and injured. The Ruby Tower in Binondo was among the destroyed buildings. Landslides, large fissures, and tsunami were also observed during the earthquake. 1973 Ragay Gulf Quake. 5 years after the Kasiguran earthquake, another tremor occurred that measured magnitude 7. Several houses, transportation and communication lines, and underground pipes were destroyed. 1999 Bayugan Quake. Bayugan, in Agusan del Sur, experienced a magnitude 5.1 earthquake on June 7, 1999. A strong aftershock occurred in Agusan del Sur. 1990 Bohol earthquake. A magnitude 6.8 earthquake that happened in February 1990 killed 6 people and injured more than 200. The damage was estimated at 154 million pesos. Some bridges, including the Jagna and Duero, collapsed. Aside from the earthquake, ground fissures, landslides, rock falls, ground subsidence, mud and sand fountaining, an increase in sea levels were also recorded. 1983 Lawag earthquake. A magnitude of 6.5 occurred in the Ilocos Norte in 1983. The earthquake resulted in the death of 16 people and injured 47. Establishments including malls, buildings, residents, church, municipal hall, and schools were damaged. Aside from landslides, sand boils, and sand blows were also observed. 1990 Luzon earthquake. The strongest earthquake to happen that year occurred a month after the Panay earthquake. It was recorded at 7.7 magnitude. According to New York Times, the earthquake killed at least 258 people, including 48 children whose school collapsed and 210 others caught in stamps and fallen buildings. – 2003 Masbate quake. The Masbate quake happened in February 2003. The 6.2 magnitude quake was felt not only in Masbate but also in Bicol, Leyte, Panay, Cebu, Negros, and Romblon. 1994 Mindoro earthquake. A magnitude 7.1 quake resulted in 78 casualties. The quake also generated a tsunami, causing more damage and casualties.
Hey there! Welcome to Life Noggin. In 1960, the largest earthquake ever recorded hit Chile, with a magnitude of a whopping 9.5. An earthquake that strong releases as much energy as 27 trillion kilograms of explosives. That is a lot of power, but how much damage can an earthquake really do? Let's start with a quick course in Earthquakes 101. These natural phenomena occur when two pieces of the Earth's crust, called tectonic plates, slide past each other. When this happens, pent-up energy from inside the Earth suddenly bursts out in all directions. The Earth cracks and shakes everything on top. Earthquakes used to be measured on the Richter scale, but now they use the moment magnitude scale to designate a magnitude level for each quake between 1 and 10. There are about 500,000 detectable earthquakes every year all over the world, but most of them aren't even felt and only about 100 of them actually cause damage. But when they do, they can flip the world upside down for that area. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean. Earthquakes can strike any area at any time, and there's absolutely no way to predict them. Since people can't prepare their families, their homes, and their businesses, earthquakes can cause serious damage out of nowhere. As soon as an earthquake hits, buildings can topple, bridges can collapse, gas lines can explode, and water and sewer pipes can burst. This immediate damage can be catastrophic and deadly, but the mayhem's not over yet. Earthquakes can cause secondary effects like tsunamis, landslides, and fires. And there's also the aftershocks. They can happen right after an earthquake or occur weeks, months, or even years later. These secondary effects account for 40% of economic losses and deaths, so they shouldn't be taken lightly. Major illnesses can also arise from earthquakes, from things like burst pipes and poor sanitation. Even if a region is reeling from Mother Nature's fury, illnesses like respiratory tract infections, waterborne diseases, and wound infections can ravage the area. The massive 2010 Haitian earthquake brought back the disease cholera to a region that hadn't seen it in 100 years. The amount of physical and bodily damage from an earthquake depends on a lot of factors: time of day, time of year, population, building style, climate, and location. A major oceanfront city struck by a magnitude 7 earthquake during rush hour in the middle of winter would theoretically cause a lot more damage, injury, and death than a similar earthquake in the middle of nowhere at the crack of dawn on a summer day. But more isolated areas don't have the communication systems or emergency responders to handle disasters as effectively as more populated regions. Architects in places that are prone to earthquakes design their buildings to withstand the seismic waves that come with quakes. Buildings sway as this energy makes its way through the structure, which could lead you to believe that a skyscraper would be susceptible to more damage than a regular height building. But you'd be wrong. Taller structures are actually more flexible and can bounce back from the waves easier, just like you can when you sway with a moving train or boat rather than standing straight and rigid. All these factors play a part in how much damage an earthquake causes, and the cost of this damage can add up quickly. 2011 was one of the years with the worst financial losses caused by earthquakes on record, a whopping $365 billion worth of damage.
Celestine namin.
Taga saan po kayo?
Taga Santa Rosa po.
May tanong po sa inyo about po siya sa earthquake. Number 1 po is, nakaranas na po ba kayo ng earthquake? Anong gagawin niyo kung yung earthquake tumama na siya sa area niyo? Parang anong gagawin niyo po doon?
Siguro mag-evacuate na kami.
Para safe po. Sakaling natapos na po yung earthquake, ano po bang mga gagawin niyo pa po para, ano po yung mga gagawin niyo habang natapos na earthquake?
Mag-aatawag din kami sa mga hotline na kung saan magiging safe kami, gano'n. Tsaka yung sa mga hotline na matutulungan kami para maging safe.
Ano po yung mga naranasang earthquake, tsaka ano po yung magnitude ng earthquake na tumama po sa barangay?
Magnitude 2. Pero di naman siya masyadong malakas. Di naman masyadong apekto.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you po sa
Thank you.
Have you experienced earthquake? Yes. Nasaan ka nung nangyari yun? Nangyari yung earthquake? Kakatapos lang ng school, sasabay ako nakahiga ako sa sala. How does it feel or what is your expression while the earthquake occurs?
Wala, tinitignan ko yung mga gamit na nagaling-galing. Nagalaw. Hindi masyado, kasi hindi naman masyadong ramdam.
What action do you make before and after earthquake occurs? What action do you make before and after earthquake occurs?
Wala, nanonood lang ulit ako.
Before?
Before, ulo.
After?
Ulo.
What should you do if earthquake occurs?
Kailangan pumunta dun sa mga open space. Yung parang walang bagay na babagsak tayo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have you experienced earthquake? Yes. Nasaan ka nung nangyari yung earthquake? Dito sa bahay. How does it feel or what is your expression while the earthquake occurs? Natakot. Yun lang. What action do you make before and after earthquake occurs? Before, wala. After, wala rin. What should you do if earthquake occurs? Pag nandito ka sa bahay, pumunta ka sa table, tapos magtago ka sa ilalim. Tapos pag there's ng earthquake, pumunta ka sa open area. Ayun lang.
Nakaranas ka na ba ng earthquake?
Oo na, madaming beses na.
Ano yung ekspresyon mo nung nararanasan mo yung earthquake?
Siyempre, natakot, nataranta.
Ano yung dapat gawin habang nag-earthquake?
Doon ka sa first safety tips, yung don't panic. Tapos, punta ka sa ilalim ng lamesa para kung sakaling may bubagsak man, may pananggas, may unang panangga para di ka masyadong
Ano yung gagawin mo pagkatapos ng earthquake?
syempre, baka kasi may aftershock. Pupunta ka sa safe na lugar, yung walang babagsak or sa dulo ng mataas na lugar.
Thank you very much.